Hey friends, welcome back to Simply a Better You. Today I have an Azure Standard Haul. Yay! So for the month of June, I was able to get to the pickup location for an Azure Standard pickup, and this is what I picked up. And I'm so excited to share with you live plants. Did you know you can order live plants from Azure Standard? They don't sell them all year long, but when they do, you can purchase those and they ship them to you, and they come safely packaged. I was absolutely thrilled to get my plants sent to me, and they all made it. They look wonderful. They're in great condition. I can't wait to get them in the ground. But these are items that I chose to purchase from Azure Standard because they're not a plant that I could find in my regular stores around here or nurseries. So I picked up things like comfrey. And I know you can get on like Marketplace and stuff and find people that have them. But you know, I'm ordering from Azure Standard anyways. Their prices are spectacular. The plants look wonderful, so I thought, why not? But today I'm going to jump in first to my regular items that I pick up from Azure Standard, and then we'll come back to the plants. So it was a rather small haul because really I was getting the plants from Azure. That's what I was so excited about. But I picked up a few things that I actually needed. And we are approaching canning season. So I went ahead and picked up an extra box of canning goods. So I've got some quart-sized jars back here that I am going to use for canning. I love their jars. I love their lids. I love the rings. I've never had a problem with them, so I will continue to purchase them from Azure Standard. I picked up some of those, and I also grabbed, real quick, I picked up some half-gallon jars, and these are a different shape. These aren't like the tall jars that you would usually put like your milk or something in. These are kind of squatty, and these are going to be for herbs and seasonings, pasta, cookies, extra little things that I'm going to put out on my shelves in the kitchen. So hopefully these work out. You can order those with the lids or without the lids. I'm going to purchase my lids separate because I'm looking for something a little bit more on the prettier side, something wood, since they'll be out on my shelves. I just want them to look nice. So I picked up those. Also, since we're going into canning seasoning, I picked up a huge bag of dill weed. This is a 1-pound bag of dill weed, and I mean, I am just tickled to death. This will get me through the canning season. Whether my dill outside in my garden produces or not, I am covered. So I have dill weed, and then I also picked up a huge bag. I believe this is a 1-pound bag as well, 16 ounces of dill seed. So you can get dill seed in the store. It usually comes in these tiny little jars. I needed a big bag. I use this for seasonings, for salads, for canning, so many different things. And I'm always running back to the store to buy more and buy more and buy more. And I just wanted a nice big bag to fill up. And I put my things in mason jars. They have that airtight lid on them, just to have it in bulk that I can just scoop out what I need and keep going. I also picked up some regular staples, garlic and onion granules. This is not the powder. The powder's okay, but it kind of makes a mess when you're pouring it into the containers. So I like the granules better. I feel like it mixes better in seasoning anyway. So picked up some of those. These are both 16-ounce packages. Yes, both 16-ounce packages. As I'm going along, I will be listing in the corner what these items are, the weight of these items, and the price, so you can get an idea of what I'm spending. And then in the description below, I will also have a complete list of everything I purchased, what it costs, the total of it, and the total with shipping, because there is shipping when you do purchase from Azure Standard, and it's something you should take into consideration when you're purchasing from them. So let's get back to the goodies. I also picked up some turmeric root. I love turmeric root and ginger, but it is very difficult for me to source it where I am. And I used to be able to grow this in my backyard, and I'm not able to do it yet. I am going to start growing turmeric in my backyard just as soon as I get my greenhouse. So that is definitely something on the horizon. But I love their turmeric root. It comes well packaged. It's good sized chunks of turmeric, which I love. It's not those little tiny ones you get from the store. So I go ahead and I put these in a mason jar filled with a filtered or distilled water and seal it off real good and keep it in my fridge, and it keeps my turmeric fresher longer. Now if you do keep your turmeric in the fridge and it starts to bud, you throw it in the ground and try to grow your own turmeric. You can bring your plants in the house if you live in a cooler seasoned area, but turmeric lasts for quite a while, and it is exceptional for inflammation in your body. But not only that, it really helps me with my tummy. So I've got my turmeric root here, and I picked up something new. I'm always daring and trying new things. I picked up something from, this is Garden of Life Organics, and it's called Golden Milk Recovery and Nourishment. This is a fermented organic turmeric and ginger powder. Most people put this in milk or like their coffees or teas or something. I am trying to avoid dairy, so I'm going to put this in coconut milk and see if this might be another great replacement to that coffee addiction that I have. So we're going to try that, and I'll let you guys know about it. Also this month, I picked up some maple syrup. I love their maple syrup. Way more affordable from Azure Standard than if I was to purchase this at Walmart or Kroger's. And coconut aminos, same thing. I can get a much larger quantity from Azure Standard that is much more affordable than if I was to go and buy this in those smaller jars inside of the big box stores. And last but not least over here, I picked up some skinless, boneless salmon. I've been making salmon patties, and I guess you would call it salmon salad. So instead of making tuna salad, I make it out of salmon. And I just like to be able to source something that is, safe caught, it's wild, I can trust it. I actually had an experience where Kroger's was out of the tuna that I usually purchase, and I went, okay, well, I'll just go ahead with the store brand, and just got a can of just regular tuna from Kroger's. Not what I was expecting. It seems like when you shift gears and you switch over to a better quality product, and then you go back to what you used to buy, you notice the difference. And there was a huge difference in taste, texture, just the look of it. I was very disturbed by the way that it looked, the way that it mixed up and made in the salad. I didn't even eat it. I was one bite in and I'm like, nope, we're not going to do this. So I thought, I need to find a good place that I can source my tuna and salmon from. Some other places I would suggest is you can purchase it on Amazon, if that's something that you do, or from Thrive Market. Either way, you can get a good quality tuna and salmon. Let's see, what else did we pick up? Oh, cranberries. Okay, so we're out of cranberries from the holiday season, so I had to restock. These are fabulous. And the best part is these are not sweetened with sugar. These are sweetened with apple juice. They're infused with apple juice. They taste amazing. Wonderful in baked goods and fabulous in granola. So if you guys haven't checked out my granola recipe, I will link it at the top here for you. But these are amazing. Great little snack. I absolutely love their cranberries. I will not purchase them anyplace else because I just don't think anybody else can beat this. Absolutely love their cranberries. Okay, let's get to the exciting part, the plants. So I was looking for specific things, and some of the plants that I had on my order list did go out of stock, but that's okay. That's okay. I can still get other things. I picked up some comfrey. I got 2 packs of that. This is going to go probably underneath my apple trees and my peach trees. Just kind of a ground cover. I think I'm standing on my dog. I picked up some mullein. Now mullein is something that grows here like on the roadsides. It's everywhere. I'm just not brave enough to walk up in somebody's yard because I don't know how far their yard extends. And I'm not brave enough to dig it up on the side of the highway or something. You know, I'm not a rule breaker. So I did have some that is growing at the base of a tree in front of my house, but the grass has gotten so tall there that it's really shaded it, and I haven't seen it kind of continue to kind of pop up and grow. So I went ahead and picked up some that I can specifically place in my yard. I know where it is, I know what it is, and it will spread from there. I think, did I get two? Nope, I only grabbed one mullein. I grabbed one mullein. This is called Elecampane. I may not pronounce that right, but still. This is going to be a flower that will eventually bloom and that I will harvest and keep for tinctures and other medicinal purposes. And most of these plants are medicinal, that's why I purchased them. So they have a purpose and use, as well as they will continue to reseed and come back each year. So this is kind of like a little investment that I'm making up front. This is Valerian. I will use the root of this plant once we get it going and established. I picked up some Feverfew. I'm excited for this one because it looks like little daisies and I love daisies. So we have that. There's 3 to a pack there. This one is 4 to a pack. These are my sunflowers. So this is an evening sun. This is an annual. This is the one thing that probably will not come back. But I've got some sunflowers there. And we have some medicinal yarrow. So I'm excited about this. It's also a perennial that will come back. And these are going to go in most of these will go in my perennial and herb garden that I am building in the front of my house that will kind of be a continuous project. Right now I've got pumpkins in there. That's just to kind of help cover the ground that's out there that we have cut away and tilled. And we're using that space until this stuff can get established. Most of this is going to go in a very large raised bed, and then the rest of it will go around the 4 corners of the bed. This is my spaghetti squash. We have not been able to find spaghetti squash anywhere. We've looked at Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, a lot of the nurseries around us. We have checked with neighbors, we have checked with Marketplace to see who has it. We have gone as far as Ohio, and we cannot find anybody that has spaghetti squash. So although this is going to be a little late getting in the ground, we got it, and I will get it in the ground hopefully today or tomorrow. And I think that is it for now. Next year I am planning to order more. So as I am putting these into the ground, I'm going to continue to add to them because I want things in kind of succession, because some of these plants you're not just harvesting, you know, a leaf or a flower from, you're going to harvest the root from it and maybe take the whole plant. So I want to plant them in succession so I have a continuous production of plants and things that I need. So that is those. I think that's everything. Okay. So we've got all our plants, and of course you guys can see they are in wonderful condition. I am excited about that. As always, Azure throws in their sale flyer. It has tons of information in here, including recipes, everything that is going on sale. This is where I get in trouble because I always find something new I want to try. I think I'm going to try some of their cleaning products next month as well. But check out their sale flyer. You usually find some goodies in there. And then that is all for this month's Azure Standard Haul. I will have one again for you next month because I'm going to pick up a few more items as we are heading into the canning season. And guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you enjoy Azure Standard hauls, comment down below and tell me what your favorite thing is to order from Azure Standard. As always, guys, I thank you for joining me on my journey, and I bless you on yours.